Well, here in Washington, TikTok users are speaking out against the House after passing a bill that could block the social media app here in America. Lawmakers and intelligence officials say Chinese-owned TikTok could be used to manipulate elections and the American people. CBN's Charlene reports.
Members of Congress are being flooded with calls from angry constituents after passing the bill that could see TikTok banned. Lawmakers and intelligence officials say TikTok poses serious national security risks.
The bill is passed.
The House overwhelmingly passed the bill Wednesday, giving TikTok's Chinese owner, ByteDance, 6 months to sell the app or see it blocked from app stores in America.
This bill therefore forces TikTok to break up with the Chinese Communist Party.
Intelligence officials argue that TikTok poses a national security threat and that the Chinese government could demand access of TikTok's 170 million American users. They also argue that manipulation of algorithms, especially ahead of the November election, is cause for concern. Risk's FBI Director Chris Wray recently confirmed in testimony before Congress this week.
And if they went to him and said, we want you to change your algorithm so that Americans start seeing videos that hurt this candidate or help that candidate in the upcoming election, ByteDance would have to do that under Chinese law.
That's my understanding.
And if they said, we want you to put out videos that make Americans fight with each other or spread conspiracy theories and get them at each other's throat, ByteDance can't go to Chinese court and fight the Communist Party. They would have to do it.
That's my understanding.
Former President Trump, who once supported banning the app, has flipped his stance, citing it would give other social media companies like Facebook more power. In a letter to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Trump's former Vice President Mike Pence encouraged lawmakers to pass the bill, saying there can be no doubt that this app is Chinese spyware and that a sale to a non-foreign adversary company is in the best interests of the American people. TikTok says it never shared its information with the Chinese government. Users say a ban would impact small businesses who rely on the platform for marketing and selling products.
My whole business would be devastated. Yeah, I would lose the opportunity to connect with millions of people on a regular basis, and the community that I've worked really hard to build would be gone.
The bill now heads to the U.S. Senate, where its passage is uncertain. President Biden says he will sign it into law if it reaches his desk. Charlene, CBN News.
Opinions across the board. Thank you, Charlene. Gordon, back to you.
Well, here's something that Representative Dan Crenshaw has pointed out. ByteDance owns TikTok. ByteDance is now owned by the CCP. It's owned by the Communist Party. There's a law in China that if the CCP demands information from a company they own, they have to provide it. And in that provision, they can't report to anyone that they have provided the data. So when TikTok says we've never given the data to the Chinese government, well, they may not know. They have given it to ByteDance. And so if ByteDance is under this law, who would ever know if it went to the Chinese government? So this is something from a national security standpoint. You have this many Americans paying this much attention to a social media app, and could the algorithms be rigged? Could the content be rigged? Could content be deleted? Could content be censored? All of those things are possible because it's a private company and our Constitution doesn't apply to it. You add to it that the Communist Party is in charge of it, well, then that's a recipe for disaster.